Okay. So, you may know or you may not know, but Doja Cat, like a video, I guess, resurfaced from her past, or it's something that she is currently doing, or she was doing it in her past, and it's also something she's currently doing. But basically, there was a video of her in this KKK kind of group
Okay.
video
I'm
thing.
gonna stop you there because who said it was a KKK video thing? Like.
Other than the fact that there's people commenting and just assuming, and then other people believing, those people just assuming like, oh, they're white men, that's the KKK, and she's purposely saying the N-word for their, I guess, entertainment or their pleasure. And people feel like you gotta cancel Doja because she's saying the N-word for these white men. But personally, I don't have the facts. I don't know if you do, or if you do. And so a lot of people are just canceling her, especially because right now, like, everyone's coming together and support, becoming uncomfortable and not shopping at places that you normally would shop because they support people that don't support you. So, we're trying to get to know new businesses. So if Doja is someone who is supporting people that don't support us, it's like, obviously we're going to cancel her. So Bria is here today to break down why we have to just not cancel celebrities, especially taking into account that a celebrity is literally always watched, and any little mistake, they're canceled. They're not human. There's no room for mistakes or anything.
So, yeah, I personally don't think that it's a lot to break down per se. I am not a part of cancel culture. I'm just not. It's not in me for two reasons. One, I'm just not that judgmental of a person, whether it's, the people in my real life or celebrities. I don't rush to judgment. And two, I don't care that much. So now if we think about a celebrity who's like, sexual assault, the R word, child inappropriateness, I'll cancel because obviously that's an extreme. But when it comes to people like, oh, they said something mean or just these other things that I feel like I don't have the right to cancel them because I don't have the right to judge them. I have said mean things in my life. I'm pretty sure Julie has. I'm pretty sure you guys watching have. And I just feel like I wouldn't want to be canceled for that. I just feel I'm just not a part of cancel culture. I really just don't think it's a lot to break down. But when it comes to Doja, they said that she was in group chats with white people. And it's like, okay, like I understand that like I wouldn't be in group chats with white people just because that's not a thing that I do, but that's not a wrong thing for her to do, especially considering the fact that she is half white. And then it's like, oh, but she was saying the N-word. She was saying the N-word, however she's also half black, so I just don't feel like I'm the person that needs to police that. If you want to cancel Doja, you can do that. I just don't feel like I have to do that. And what does canceling really entail? Like not listening to her music?
I guess, pretty much. And trying your best not supporting her. But because I didn't even really have a full sense of what was even going on or what the situation was, and every time I would try to search for some type of clarification, it was very vague like that. It was very like she was in a group chat saying the N-word. And like you said, the whole, if you take it to that extreme and you're being inappropriate with a child over and over again, then of course, like, it's beyond judgment.
Yeah, if it's something extreme or it's blatantly racist or something like that, I have no problem not supporting. Like, that is a part of what I'm doing right now. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like put it like this. If people decided to cancel Doja and her sales plummeted and she went broke, I would not care. I genuinely would not care. Because at the end of the day, you did something that people don't like and it's cause and effect. I'm just saying, I personally am not going to go out of my way to cancel her. Like, I'm just not going to do that.
Right. So
And
how
it's
do you...
not just her, it's any celebrity. These, like, for instance, B. Simone. Like, I may think that she could be annoying
Right.
sometimes, but it's like, oh, she plagiarized. Like, okay, she plagiarized. I understand that that's morally wrong, but I'm not gonna be like, she's canceled. Like, why is that a thing? Like, I don't think I'm weird for having this viewpoint. I think people who cancel celebrities are very, very weird, because it's just like, we're human beings. We're human beings. We all have skeletons in our closet, and I can't sit here pointing the finger at every single person who does something wrong, especially if I'm not going to sit there and point the finger at myself when I do something wrong. So all of you who want to cancel these celebrities, do you cancel yourself when you do something wrong? Like, do you hold yourself accountable when you do something that's morally wrong? Do you hold the next person close to you accountable when they do something morally wrong? I just feel like it's a lot of hypocrisy in cancel culture.
And it's also easier to cancel a celebrity versus someone close to you, like you just brought up.
Right. Like, so you're really not making a difference.
Right.
You're really not making a difference.
And if you do want to make a difference, you should hold yourself and your friends accountable more often if that's something that's truly important to you, and if you really feel like canceling someone is gonna, I guess, better your life or the other person's life, then...
And I mean, I really don't, I also don't judge people who want to cancel people. Like, you have the right to do what you want to do, to support who you want to support, to spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. So the same way I'm not going to cancel the celebrities, I'm not going to judge you for wanting to cancel them. It's just, that's not how I roll.
Right.
And I always say this, and I feel like this is one of my favorite phrases: you can't love me for the same things you hate me for, or you can't hate me for the same things you love me for. You can't get to know me and say, oh my gosh, you know, you're really understanding. I feel like I can talk to you about anything. You're not judgmental. But the moment I'm not judging someone that you think I should judge, it's a problem. It doesn't really work that way with me. I'm just simply not judgmental. I don't have it in my core. And the thing about it is, if I was to cancel Doja, it would be it would sort of be like I was bullied into it by the internet, and I'm not that type of person. I'm not gonna sit there and cancel her if it's not in my heart to do it. Like, it just is what it is. I don't have that feeling, that push, that urge to cancel her. It's not coming from within. It's not genuine, and I'm not gonna do it just because the internet says that I should. I'm not that type of person. So you can't hate me for the same things you love me for.
It's true.
So, I mean, I say bad things sometimes. I say mean things sometimes. I also say a lot of nice things, and I also do a lot of nice things. And I know 100% that the good in me outweighs the bad. And have you ever had a time where someone has thought something about you that couldn't be any further than the truth?
Right.
Think about how many times you have that thought about someone else. Think about how many times you have a perception about someone, and it can be totally false. That's another thing about me. I don't think I know people, especially celebrities, because I genuinely don't know them. I never think that I have the full story. That's just who I am, because there have been many times where people have these ideas of me, and it's so wrong. And it's so wrong. So I just naturally feel like the first thought I think about someone, especially if it's negative, I always try to think, like, I could be totally wrong about this person.
That's
like,
true.
I could really be so wrong right now. Like, and that's the thing about the internet. Y'all say things, and if enough people jump on that opinion, you guys tend to run with it as if it's facts. And no one's really addressing that. So.
And it's unfair. It's unfair, especially when you are a celebrity and everybody's constantly watching you and everybody's on your every word, every action, every place that you go to. Like, they're ready to judge you. And the minute you do one wrong thing, one slip up, that's it. It's canceled. Instead of, like Bria brought up, her good outweighs the bad. And if you liked Doja at some point, why did you like her? Like, was there some good? Is there good in her music? Because aside from that, like, now that she was in that group chat, then people tried to break down her songs and put a different meaning to it. And do you know how frustrating it must be? Like, if someone's ever met you for the first time, and maybe you were having a bad day, or maybe you were literally sitting there and you were kind of bored and you were making a certain face, and because it's the first time that this person met you, now you look like a complete bitch. Now you look like you have an attitude, and that girl like was talking about me, and this person just has a wrong idea about you. And so try to take that into consideration and how you just might have felt in that situation. You're like, what the, like, you know exactly how I am. You know that I would never sit there and talk badly about somebody. And if somebody perceived it as that way, then maybe you knowing me and how I am, maybe you can explain to them, like, it probably was nothing close to that. Like, it was not, like, my friend is not that type of person that's going to sit there and speak badly about somebody or judge somebody, especially because I know them. Like,
yeah, I do feel bad for the celebrities because they really are being watched and judged crazy. And if my every move,
right?
If
all those
my
pictures.
Every move,
Obama can't eat a glizzy in pace. Now he's the glizzy guzzler. All because the man wants to have some hot dogs.
Why can't he eat his hot dogs?
And now look at him. There's a compilation of all his glizzy guzzling moments.
Nah, y'all
could
wrong.
you imagine?
Y'all wrong. And I still don't judge y'all because it's funny. It really is.
It really is
but
funny.
Come on, like.
And to a certain point, like, I think it might even be okay, like, if we are doing it on the internet just for giggles. Like, it's funny. It is. It's hilarious. But once it comes down to, like, you really mean it from your heart, like, you're so stressed out about this celebrity that doesn't even know your existence. They don't even know that you canceled them. They don't care that you canceled them. You know, like, so always try to literally do unto others like you want done to
And
yourself.
another thing, like, I try to better myself every day, and I'm not perfect and I'm far from it. So if I ever get canceled, like, come back to this video because I'm letting y'all know right now that I'm not perfect, and I have done and said things that could get me canceled if it was to, get out. But I will never hold someone else to a higher standard than I hold myself. And if I'm not perfect, I'm not gonna expect the next person to be perfect. And it really boils down to that. It's not about Doja. It's about who I am and what I believe in. And I'm not a part of cancel culture.
And it doesn't mean that if what she was doing is true, it doesn't mean that we condone it. It just means that we don't expect people to be perfect, and we're not going to cancel you for any little thing. If you continuously did something that was flat out extreme and hurting someone, especially children, then yes, that's an extreme, and that is more than a reason to cancel you. But if it's little things here and there and you're just trying to live your life just like the rest of us and we're all learning along the way, then, like, we don't expect you to be perfect. So hopefully you guys see our point of view, and obviously comment below, share your thoughts. Like, we want to know how you feel. Yeah, like, we're open to hearing other perspectives and getting to know how other people view things and their opinions on things. So, we're welcoming here.